Hey everybody, welcome back to the NC State Insider Podcast. I'm your host and lead beat writer Tucker Sennett, joining you here today for a different topic. We're going to talk NC State baseball, the Pac-9 back in action, 4-0 after the first four games. Obviously went to the Puerto Rico Challenge for the season opener and those first two games, and then came back and faced Winthrop in a midweek, and then got the win today on Friday in the first game of a three-game set against Princeton. The doubleheader tomorrow will be the that's how they're going to wrap this up with some weather due on Sunday. So, the main thing I want to do in this episode is just run you through some takeaways that I've had watching the first couple games in the Doak, and then also, discuss how things are going for NC State through this early part of the season. And I think, the place to start, in at least with the lineup for number 17 in the country, is, this middle portion of the lineup with second baseman Luke Nixon, right fielder Brandon Fraseman, uh, the utility transfer from Tennessee, Dalton Bargo, and that group. Maybe you could throw Chris McHugh in there, the first baseman and left fielder. That's kind of the heart of this lineup early on, and they have been really, really effective out of the gate. Luke Nixon is firing on all cylinders offensively, hitting the ball really well. Then you got a guy like Bargo coming in here and finding a way to make an impact right out of the gate in this one. He has been super, super, super effective here. Pushed his average on the season to 389 today, hit his third home run of the year, and is now up to three on the season. That was his first home run in Raleigh since they've come back. And then Fraseman's hitting 400, Luke Nixon's hitting 500, McHugh's hitting 353. But I think what really stands out about this part of the lineup is, head coach Elliot Avent had some concerns about, the team not getting a ton of reps in the offseason portion of things. And these guys have come in and really haven't missed much of a beat. And it makes sense because these are some of the more experienced players that NC State has, and added in Bargo. Bargo is a player who came over from Tennessee and had that big high level experience, played in the national championship for the Vols a couple years ago. So he knows what it takes. His old coach, Tony Vitello, is now the manager of the San Francisco Giants. So he's played at a really high level. And I think that middle part of the lineup is kind of a make or break uh, part of this NC State team in terms of, offense and effectiveness. If that group can remain consistent all season long, this is going to be a really, really impressive offense from start to finish for the Wolfpack here. Second point I want to make, the arms have looked, for the most part, really solid. There's been a lot of trust in young guys so far. There will be an article out about that. Aiden Kitchings came in the game against Princeton today, pitched two innings, his debut in Raleigh, 3 Ks, 9 batters faced. Um, Collins Black, 2 innings of work. Uh, all six of his outs came via the punch out. So that's pretty impressive. Just gonna throw that out there. Um, did give up one home run in this game, but the runs were not earned. So the NC State pitchers only accounted for one of Princeton's four runs in this game. And NC State has only given up, let's see, I want to say something like 11 runs on the whole season across four games. So really solid start to the year for the staff. Ryan Marone, sharp against Princeton, sharp in the season opener as well. Jacob Duden will pitch the first game against Princeton on Saturday. Cooper Consiglio will pitch the second game against Princeton on Saturday. So some different looks there. It's been explained that, and I don't really know why this had to be explained, but there were some people that had questions about this. Consiglio is pitching because Heath Andrews pitched on Tuesday. Or Wednesday, excuse me. Um, he was the scheduled pitcher in Puerto Rico on Sunday. They had to move some things around when that game got canceled because of the weather. So he moves to that Wednesday start so they don't have to kind of blow a bullpen with him. And obviously, it didn't go as well as he would have hoped, but still a solid outing. Not anything that harmed NC State in the long run. And they find a way to get a win against Winthrop. So the depth of the arm talent and the pitching staff for NC State appears to be a strength so far. Um, I think the only thing that's been somewhat problematic to this point, obviously super small sample size early in the season, these guys are still learning to play together, but there've been some errors for the defense of the Wolfpack here and there. These are some things that'll get worked out, I'm sure, over the course of the season as these guys sort of start to learn to play together. But all in all, a really, really quality start. We'll see how NC State looks in this doubleheader on Saturday. I'll be there for sure for the second game, and you know, doing my best to keep you all updated on how NC State baseball is doing. Kind of a weird weekend. We got no men's basketball this weekend, women's basketball in action, trying to recover from that loss to number 9 Duke on Sunday, a big one against Syracuse. I will be there for that, so I'll have you covered there. But all in all, a baseball heavy week and weekend for you. I'll do my best to keep you all informed, as I said. So thanks again. Really appreciate you all tuning in to the NC State Insider Podcast. Your home for baseball coverage, men's basketball, football, women's basketball, everything you want. NC State athletics, you can get it with me. We'll have more episodes in the weeks to come, and I'll do my best to keep you all informed on all of those sports as we hit another crossover season here in the spring. As always, see you next time.